Hey gang, back with another video for you today. This is Designer Month. We're focusing on designer reviews and videos this month. And so niche and indie take a back seat, although we are doing some niche and indie videos, but we're focusing more on designer, so we're doing more designer videos. And today we're reviewing the latest release from Issey Miyake. This is L'Eau de Cedar pour Homme or Encens. This right here. We're going to review this, as I said, and you're going to have a chance at winning a sample of this and a sample of last year's release, Noir Ombre, all coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. And yes, this is Designer Month, and we are reviewing the latest designer release from Issey Miyake. This is L'Eau de Cedar pour Homme or Encens. This is Eau de Parfum concentration, retails approximately for $150. The perfumer for this fragrance is Christophe Reynaud, who also created Noir Ombre. This is 2016 launch, and this is a 2017 launch. It was just launched like late last year. And this is part of the Issey Miyake, the Oriental Fragrances collection. I want to say how much I really enjoyed L'Eau de Cedar pour Homme Noir Ombre. I thought this was a really excellent release for a designer. Nothing groundbreaking, let me just clarify that. It's nothing groundbreaking because I'm a huge fan of ambers, and I've smelled probably hundreds of amber fragrances in my lifetime, and I own probably about 30. But for a designer release, I thought it was an excellent release. I don't think I've ever smelled a designer amber fragrance this good. Now they have launched or Encens, this right here, and this time the fragrance focuses on incense. This is, after all, the Oriental collection, and one negative that I think about this collection is that they're focusing also on their L'Eau de Cedar collection. Why didn't they decide to create a different collection, a new collection of these Middle Eastern or Oriental inspired fragrances? Issey Miyake is kind of banking on the popularity of the L'Eau de Cedar series, which to me is a bit negative. But then again, the fragrances are pretty good, if not great, so I'm fine with it. But I just wish the flanker thing didn't happen too much. I just wish like the designers wouldn't do flanker after flanker after flanker, just milking the flanker and coming up with a brand new fragrance, even though it's like focusing on the previous fragrance. So that in itself is a negative, but once I get past that, I think the fragrances are great. Both of these are great. I'm going to tell you all about the Or Encens. This still happens to be my favorite of the two, but let me tell you all the details about this one. So for notes, at the top you've got Labdanum and rose. In the heart you've got incense, cumin, pink pepper. In the base you've got vetiver, sandalwood, cedar, leather, and amberwood. So the fragrance starts off with Labdanum. We've spoken a lot about Labdanum recently in my videos. So if you don't know Labdanum, from what I remember Bruno Fazzolari explaining, he said that Labdanum is usually used to create an amber. So this fragrance, or Encens, comes off very ambery to me. It's very ambery at the top, and the rose is there as well. Those fade away, and then all of a sudden the incense kicks in. A little bit of cumin comes in too, so you gotta like a little bit of cumin, but the cumin doesn't last too long. It's there, but it's not like your big dominant cumin note in a fragrance. So it's not all about cumin here. To me, this fragrance is more about leather and incense with rose rather than the cumin, but you will pick up cumin. At least I pick it up on my skin and on my body. So cumin comes in, it gets a little spicy in the heart, and as it's drying down, it becomes woody, of course. But still, there's that amberwood, and I'm not really too familiar with what amberwood is. I think it might be an accord. I've never heard of amberwood, but there's the amberiness still in the base, and of course leather. Leather, as I said, is big here, and it's the main dominant note, more than incense to me, but I'm thinking maybe it's like a balance of the two almost. Just a little more leather. I just wish maybe they had called this leather, but it doesn't matter. The other thing I want to mention is I talked about this in my haul video, and Or Encens. I should have known Or stood for gold because I've been to France many times and I've gone to museums, and I knew that I know that Or is gold. So this basically stands for gold incense. That's what the name is. And of course, you've got the gold writing as well, as you could see. So a couple of you corrected me. Thank you for doing that. And I was like, it just didn't click. I guess I'm still dealing with jet lag. But beyond that, it is very gold, this incense. It does come off gold. And I think that has to do with that amber wood, perhaps, and the labdanum at the top. It has a very gold-like quality as you're wearing it. So there's that about it. The fragrance also lasts quite a long time. It is, after all, eau de parfum, so it's concentrated, it's stronger. And just like the Noir Ombre, it's a bit thick. It sprays thick and it's oily on me. So the concentration of the oils is heavier than you would find in a traditional Issey Miyake for a l'Odyssée fragrance. Now, this again, as I said, is Oriental inspired. So basically, these two fragrances, Noir Ombre and Encens, are their niche quality fragrances, perhaps, I think. They're more niche quality inspired, but after all, they're inspired by the Middle East and Oriental fragrances. So if you turn to a niche fragrance brand, you'll find an amber in there, and of course you'll find an incense in there. And the incense actually, I've been really into lately, and you saw our video I did with Dahlia, the incense, top 20 incense videos. Would I have put this on there? This is a truly unique incense fragrance. I would have put this on there actually, even though we focused more on the niche fragrances, although we had the Comme des Garçons in there, a couple of them. So yeah, this would have made the list. But it's a very leathery incense, very, very long lasting, and very original for a designer. So designers in their bottles like this, I haven't seen like an incense dominant fragrance. So I find that to be a pretty original. But then again, these are, again, it's part of that Middle Eastern or Oriental collection. So they're not targeting every single country or market. Now these two are really hard to find. They're not available here in the States. So you have to go to Europe to find them. And you might find them and then you might think, okay, they're great, but not worth it, or they're great, really great for a designer. I think they're pretty original for a designer, especially if they come in like their traditional main bottles. Like these are in their traditional bottles. Like you go to Macy's, you can pick up the original l'Odyssée. It's a similar bottle, it's just clear and a little matte finish. But here, they're just, I guess this is their niche collection or exclusive collection, but they call it the Oriental Fragrances collection. Between the two, I find Noir Ombre, as I said, my favorite of the two, but I don't hate this. I like it. In fact, I do love it. Just, I love this one more. And if I'm gonna grab one, I'm gonna grab the Noir Ombre over the Encens. Both of them were created by Christophe Reynaud, as I said, so you can see a little bit of the this fragrance in here. So there you have it, my review for Issey Miyake's latest release, l'Odyssée pour Homme or Encens. Guys, have you tried l'Odyssée pour Homme or Encens? Are you familiar with this collection, the Oriental Fragrances collection from Issey Miyake? Have you tried Noir Ombre? Let me know your thoughts and put down some comments. Let's get a conversation started. I recommend these two, especially if you like designers but want to explore a little something more unique than your typical traditional designer fragrances. And I'm hoping that they make it here to the States. I don't know if they will. Originally this was launched as a Middle Eastern exclusive and I brought it back from Zurich duty free, but I was able to pick this one up in Gatwick Airport. So maybe they have these in London now, I don't know. But both of these were there and I did pick up an extra Noir Ombre because I do like this one a lot. Obviously I love it because I have a second one now. But the box comes like this, and of course the fragrance fits in there. So as you can see, they put a little more attention to detail. It's a box rather than a package. It's a little more niche styled rather than your traditional basic box that you would open up. So that's a little bit of a unique touch to the release. Makes it a little more niche inspired or Middle Eastern inspired. Gives it a little more exclusivity, if that makes sense. But hopefully they'll make it here. I'm thinking maybe they will, maybe not, I don't know. Maybe some department stores like Macy's might get them and sell them, but we never know any of these things. They could only be exclusively to the European market now that I found it in Gatwick. And also, if you want to participate in the giveaway, I do want to do a giveaway. This will be a giveaway that I'm doing on my own, so I'm giving a sample of each. One of Encens and one of Noir Ombre. If you put a comment down and let me know what your favorite amber fragrance is and what your favorite incense fragrance is with your country, this is going to be open worldwide. If you do that, you'll qualify for the giveaway. One sample of each. If you've never tried them, now's your chance to try these two and see for yourself if you like them or not. Please make sure you put down your country, and also please make sure to answer the 2 questions I asked. Some people are complaining that they never win prizes, but then again, I'm seeing that they never follow the directions. So please follow the directions to qualify for the giveaway. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.